Hello, baby. Oh man, I'm so tired.
Me too. It's like I'm only awake when it's dark out.
Wait, this is actually kind of funny because it's actually really dark outside right now.
That's true. It is 6:35 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Is it Pacific Standard Time or just Pacific Time right now?
What?
There's a difference. One is daylight savings and the other's not.
Well, daylight savings hasn't happened yet. Oh yeah. Well, hey,
it's live by night.
Yeah, we're living.
We're living by night, which is why it's always dark.
Welcome everyone to Style and Direction, a menswear podcast without the stuffiness. Bonus edition. For those of you in the Discord, keep listening because you got the whole hour of this. But for those of you who don't, you got 10 minutes or 15 minutes left. However long.
You better hurry.
Yeah, however long our damn cold out or outro happens to be.
Cold outro. We should have a hot outro and with our cold open.
It's coming out hot. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You guys ever have those kind of poops?
Out of the brick oven.
Yeah. Like, it's just like...
I don't have poops that come out of ovens.
I call... Well, if you guys have seen 30 Rock...
What's up?
They come up with this name for a small, like, bite-sized microwave called the Fun Cooker. And it turns out that is what Tracy calls his ass. So...
Yeah.
I cook so fun. But yeah, welcome. I'm Ethan M. Wong.
I'm Spencer DSO.
I'm MJ.
And I'm Ben Affleck.
What'd you make him Australian?
I'm Ben Affleck, mate.
Oh. I love to live by night.
It's always dark around here in Miami, Florida.
Well, he's in Tampa.
I'm in Tampa.
Yeah, that's where the girl is at the end. She's in Miami, right?
Yeah. So. Spoiler: there's a girl,
and there's a boy,
and there's what?
Where's the
meet?
girl?
And have sex.
Hold on. Are there two women that talk to each other about something that doesn't involve a man?
I actually don't think that happens in this movie at all. I don't think any of the women share a scene together in this movie.
Well, that's the you know that. That's the Bechdel test.
Test.
That would be funny if that was like we started doing that for all our movie reviews. We talk about if it passes that.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we're not going to do that, I don't think.
No, we're not that. We're not the woke gangster, apparently.
Yeah, as you'll find out, Ben Affleck is kind of the wokest man in existence.
At least in 1929.
Yeah. Quick before I forget, I just want to say, this movie is set in the late 20s and early 30s, and by the end of the movie, I think they're saying that Roosevelt is still only the president-elect. Yeah. And then there's a scene where they talk to someone and he's like, our president's a damn communist, which means he was calling Herbert Hoover a communist, which is really funny. That is, of all the presidents you could call a communist, it's really funny to pick Herbert Hoover.
That is,
I wonder, was that like, did they...
An ad-lib line?
Or like, did they write that script and like whoever, like the writer just forgot that Roosevelt wasn't president yet?
Well, to be fair,
because like a lot of people called Roosevelt as a communist, but no one called Herbert Hoover a communist.
Yeah,
that was not an accusation he got.
To be fair, if we were going by just the outfits, I could not tell you what time period this would take place because it is off the charts crazy.
It's off the chain.
Yeah, I mean, MJ, you saw this is this both of you guys' first time watching this?
Yeah, I popped my Live by Night cherry watching this.
Gross.
Yeah.
I saw this initially, and this was what was this?
Yeah, did you watch this in 2016?
Yeah, I absolutely
did. 2016 release.
Yeah, this was like the height. 2016. When in 2016?
At least the New York Times review that I have pulled up says it came out on December 22nd. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the blog is 1 year old at this point.
Yeah, it released December 13th in New York. The wide release was on the 25th. Christmas movie.
Okay. Oh my god, I watched this on Christmas.
Yeah.
I remember like at the time I was like, this movie's costuming is bad. Like,
I mean, I remember we saw the promo like the set photos because all the vintage people were posting those.
Yeah, they were all shitting on it.
Yeah, but of course we know someone who is involved tangentially in the costuming of this movie. And I want to Damien who we know who makes caps. He made caps for this movie, and I just want to say the caps are still good, but the rest of it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, not every character wears a cap. He does wear one at the beginning, I think, because it's like, oh, it's the early 20s and not like the later 20s.
Well, because also, as we learned, this movie has a surprise flashback.
I mean, the whole beginning is a flashback.
But I think we're getting too early. Are we gonna give people a taste of the movie talk?
Yeah. Oh, are you thinking that you're intentionally talking about nonsense for 10 minutes? So then
I feel like that's what we do every episode anyway.
No. Actually, so I listen to the bonus, and now I'm just feeding it now. Yeah. So you're happy now. But I do listen to the bonus episodes because here's the thing: I'm not subscribed to our own RSS feed. So I can't listen to the bonus episodes on my phone. I can do it on my computer because it's uploaded in our files there. So I listen to the bonus episodes, and sometimes we do get there, and then MJ cuts it off because you can't give away the whole farm.
You can't give away, but
gotta leave some mystery.
Let's give some movie talk.
Yeah, let's give up some movie talk. Okay, so I mean, at least people get the context. So again, this movie, 2016, it's set in during the Prohibition era, so like 1920.
1920 through the Prohibition lasted until 33.
Right, but the movie ends in
1932, I think.
Yeah, because they signed the Volstead Act or whatever, what is it?
Because if he was president-elect, it was probably 32 if he was still president-elect.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. There's some 30 stuff in there. So yeah, I was super excited to watch this movie. Well, not really, because I saw the promo images and I'm like, this sucks. I knew back then that his outfits were not be accurate. And I'm not even talking about, like, you might be able to say he looks nice. Sure, whatever. He's wearing a suit.
I don't think he does, because none of the clothes
I don't
fit
think
him
that.
right.
Yeah. They're just huge. But I knew, like, looking at the jacket, it's like the shoulders are too big for him, the sleeves are too long for him, the pants are too long for him. And everything just fits so big on him. The hat looks like a costuming hat.
Yeah.
And just because you give a guy a collar bar doesn't make it a vintage outfit. And this is the opposite, where like Gatsby was like I can give Gatsby merit for like trying to be like a modern interpretation. Like maybe like it's still not great. It still looks like an Indochino, like a very like custom-y suit. This is like custom-y suit, but like in the opposite direction of like, oh, I just want a big suit.
No, this is like, it's like the fucking like zoot suit shops. This is like that. It's crazy because this is set like, in the 20s and 30s, and everything he's wearing is so like big. So big and long and flowing, which is like, if you've listened to this podcast, that's not how things looked.
Yeah, in the 20s and 30s were still relatively slim.
Yeah,
it's not straight cut.
The cut that it should have been a much shorter jacket, like probably cut shorter than we would wear it.
Nipped in the waist, yeah.
Nipped in the waist with like broad shoulders, and it's like still like tight in the chest. But there's an hourglass figure to it. Yeah, but everything he's wearing here, like we said, it's like there's so many like collar gaps and like everything is so billowy, and it's just, I don't know. I think it's partly a kid. Who did the costuming for this? Do you have that pulled up?
This is I do. I have some quotes here. I guess this will work for the context before we talk about the movie.
Yeah.
But it is a costuming by Jacqueline West. I don't know who that is.
I'll try to pull up her IMDb. Oh fuck! I have to get IMDb.
I love. Here's some great quotes here. He rocked 48 period costume changes, playing an outlaw with a flair for gangster fashion. Sure. This is USA Today. It's spectacular, says Affleck. Wearing these is the equivalent of putting on the bat suit for a superhero movie. You feel so empowered in these Dick Tracy suits and the hats and the whole sex appeal of it. And it's a lot easier to get into than the bat suit. His pal Matt Damon had an odd compliment when Matt Affleck showed him the movie. Damon says, "You look like Ronald Reagan." and Ben Affleck says, "What's that supposed to mean?" And Matt apparently said, "You look great. You look period. You look like Burt Lancaster."
That's funny.
Well, that's still too later reference.
Ben Affleck, who is 6'4", has the perfect physique for the tailored double-breasted suits of the era. I don't know what tailoring, and the image in this article looks so bad. I don't know if you guys have pulled up the article, but he's He just looks so weird.
I have that. So I actually have the costume designer's IMDb pulled up, and it seems like she's worked with old Ben at least once before. She did Argo.
Dear Benny.
Okay.
She also did Dune.
Okay.
The Revenant. I mean, let me see. Water for Elephants. Was that a period piece? She did Social Network. Hey, there's some sad head stuff.
Is that a period piece?
It is. It's a 2000 period piece.
Yeah.
There you go.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh man, are we gonna cover that movie?
I mean, we might have to. How about The Curious Case of Benjamin Button? Doesn't that have like pretty good costumes?
I think so.
Okay.
See, sometimes it's like, whose fault is this? Like,
a lot of times it seems like it's like the actors who don't know how to wear the clothes, because like you see this a lot in period pieces, like the guys,
they're just wearing their pants too low.
Yeah, the male actors are given high rise pants.
Yeah.
And then they just like really sag them down
low
to where they normally wear pants, and then they're way too long.
That's Dion in this movie, but you know,
Dion is doing it literally every scene, and it looks so bad. It sucks so much.
And he's short too, so it sucks.
It just
it's like not flattering. Like people still wanted to look good back then. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish off with some more quotes here. So Ben, according to Jacqueline West, Ben's superhero body, which is 6'4", has the perfect physique for the tailored deliveries of the era. It's the best shoulders in the business and the narrow waist. The men's suits cuts were inspired by the new superhero comic book phenomenon of the 30s, so they look perfect on him. I don't believe you. Affleck says he loves the fedora look on camera, going through 6 styles of hats as the outlaw Joe Coughlin. But he doesn't rock them in real life. I have a very big head to pull that kind of hat off. Coughlin strategically wears his fedora indoors when he arrives in Tampa Bay to start bootlegging his business. West says, I read that Al Capone never removed his hat when he wanted to trump the power of someone he was out to intimidate. Ben liked that note, so he used it.
He liked it.
This movie's it's not good. It doesn't. I mean, that's the costumes. I guess don't age well because they just don't look good at all. Like it's just
they like that's the thing. They just never like. Again, the problem is not that like the costuming is inaccurate or whatever. It's just that like none of his suits like fucking fit him.
Yeah.
And it looks bad. Like no matter what the movie was,
there are the tallest man in the world looked great in the 30s. Like they made him suit. Like I don't know what's Ben Affleck, and there were big guys in the 30s too. I don't get where this is coming from. Like why is it so hard for movies to do it?
I also just like, man, I'm looking at the photo right now of his outfit with like the cream double-breasted jacket and like navy pants. And he's wearing some fucking like tan chukka boots, and he looks so much like the well-dressed manager at a menswear house. Like it's not good. It's like and I'm using air quotes with well-dressed. You can't see him though. But yeah. Anyway, Chris Cooper looks better.
Yeah, he has like 2 outfits. I mean, there's one character who I think might be one of the better costume people, but I can't avow him because
as a character because he's
he's a bad person. But let's talk about the film. Let's recap this real quick here.
Yeah, quick recap.
Okay, so Joe Coughlin. Joe Coughlin is
Joe Cough. Wait, Joker?
Yeah, Joker.
Yeah.
That was close.
Hey, father, guess how I got these? Isn't he doing a Chicago accent? Or I guess that's Chicago, not Boston. That's I'm talking about Heath Ledger. He does a Chicago accent in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1926, Joe Coughlin, fresh from World War I, becomes he's just like a thief. He just like hits up people like other operations like gambling games and whatever, and just steals from them.
Yeah.
And he gets connected or starts falling in love with Emma Gould, who is another Irish person.
She's the Irish mob boss's
mistress,
girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
A real Gangster Squad situation.
Yeah, really, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
For Albert White, the boss of the Irish gang of Boston.
Boston.
And so,
the town.
yeah, his cop dad obviously says, "This is stupid. You're gonna fucking die. Also, stop being a criminal."
Stop being a criminal. I'm Brendan Gleeson. If you keep being every time you commit a crime, I'm going to cut one of my fingers off.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You're not going to be able to keep living by night
Or
with us.
Live by Patreon.
Live by Patreon.
Yeah, it's because live by day.
That's right. You guys can give us $5 a month if you guys want to finish this damn episode. If you guys love Ben Affleck so much.
Yeah, we do.
We love him.
Obviously.
I mean, who are you a bigger fan of, Ben Affleck or Jennifer Lopez?
I mean, I'm
you can only live with one,
together.
actually. Okay, you're a fan of Ben Lowe?
I'm a Ben Lowe head.
Bennifer?
Yeah. How about Ben Lowe and Ray Lowe together?
What if
that a fan fiction you're
What if Ben Lowe does a Ray Lowe fanfic?
He probably do you think either of them have read the Ray Lowe fanfics that are sold at Targets and Barnes and Nobles?
I would. Well, I can't bet. You know who should ask for betting?
Who?
Adam and Eve.
We should. Anyway,
I don't think we said that early enough.
No, we did it. That's why they have to listen to the whole episode to get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, patreon.com/downdirection. $5 a month gets you access to all of our bonus episodes where we cover movie style, as well as access to our Discord full of great people who contribute to us. We appreciate all of them so much. A lot of great discussion happening in there. And also, $10 a month gives you the exact same thing, but one extra thing. MJ, what's that extra thing?
Extra thing is we thank you at the end of each episode. So we are thanking our Sadcast fanatics Shane Curry, Philip Krigard, Jarek Colian, Henrik Wilberg, Alexander Batten, and Nick Wooster.
We appreciate you guys so much, especially you, Mr. Wooster, even though you're, whatever.
It's genuinely you.
We're taking a break from mainline stuff, but we'll still have a bonus episode next month, I should say. I'm sorry. We will, keep an eye out at Style and Direction to follow us on Instagram to find out when new episodes are coming out, see new content. You can follow me at Ethan M. Wong.
I'm at Spencer DSO.
And I'm at Aya MJ.
We're taking a break for the month of April, but we'll be back in
April.
In May. That's what comes after.
Yeah.
We'll be back in May. And don't forget, I'm gonna be gone for a little bit in May. But maybe those will be we'll just shift the schedule, so we'll go into 2 weeks into the next period. So good stuff, because I'll be covering my Italy trip, and hey, maybe Spencer will do an episode or something about his New York trip.
That's right, which I'm leaving in a couple hours for. That's
right. See that dedication? We love you guys so much to make this episode that no one asked for.
We did on the last episode.
That's right. The worst costuming of all time. I guess I should have reiterated that, but I guess I'll write it down. It's the worst costuming of all time in my blog post. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.